Caesar produced them gifts,
Ayo! 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 G to the mother freaking M. Welcome. Soul always on. You are the first guy in the chat. GM to you, sir. All right. Welcome back to the Ronin Radio, ladies and gentlemen. My name is, of course, Gunlock. And I'm not sure if my co-host is already here. I think he's still making his coffee. Mr. Stark, are you there? Knock, knock.
I'm here, and I have my coffee. Look,
There you
GM,
go.
GM.
Wait, what? That's how you make coffee in France? We have coffee like this, man. We have big mugs. Your coffee is cute.
Size doesn't matter, okay? I don't know what you've been told, but it's not the size of your mug of coffee. It's how
It's how you use the mug.
Yeah, no, it's how good the coffee is, right?
True. All right, tonight
I know.
we're gonna be covering a lot of stuff, Mr. Stark.
Indeed. Well, we have a
yes,
long
we-
list of topics. It's funny because sometimes some weeks we worry about not having enough because it's true that some weeks like not much is going on, but somehow we always find things to talk about, and we always don't have we always run out of time in the hour. So we have a list of
Exactly.
topics. We'll try to get through them all, and
I think the first 2 days of the week was a little bit slow, and then it just kicked off, right?
yes. Très serré le café. Sorry, I'm responding to Jace's comment.
What does that mean? On cafe?
It literally means a tight coffee, but it means like it says serré because like less water. So like
it's like an espresso or something.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so yesterday, for those that don't know, but Jace would probably know, Terrarium actually went live, and that is the new gamified staking gameplay. I don't know how to describe it just yet, but it's going to be the one that is replacing Homeland and is going to be specific to the Axie Land NFT. Now, the first earning tick is actually going to be tomorrow, which is at 7 a.m. UTC.
Yes.
And tonight or today, whatever time is where you're at, we're going to be talking about what Terrarium is, how it works, the data about the Axie prices that is like, that's being talked about right now. The Axies that you want in your plot, and we also have a little bit of an important update on Waypoint that you need to action, not this week, not tomorrow, but today. Okay.
Yes.
And towards the end, we'll talk about some hard news from the ecosystem, and we're going to give you to you straight tonight, today, whatever. Okay,
Yes.
Mr.
Yes,
Sark,
absolutely.
let's
So,
take a look at yeah, you go ahead. Sorry.
I'll even let's just start off with terrariums.
Okay.
I'll just start off by saying that if you haven't checked out terrariums, if you've seen some charts, if you've seen the numbers and things like that, and you haven't really dove into it, I'd like to think that paying attention for the next 15-20 minutes will catch you up on everything. So let me just share my screen. I've got the terrariums.
So always on is asking, can people that don't own land play terrarium?
So
In a sense.
so first of all, let's set things straight. So
Okay.
I'm sharing my screen. You can I'll try to pop it up. Yeah, I'll put on the sound for a bit and then I'll cut it off. Okay, just so you get the vibe. So I'll cut it in a few seconds. Don't worry. So to earn, you need land. Yes, I believe there's a free land that you can interact with, just to get an idea for it. But
Yeah.
also, I want to set things straight. I don't think play is the right word. This is more, especially in its first iteration. It's important to set expectations. It's more a passive. It's like a
Gamified staking.
Yeah, gamified staking, so to speak. And it's very, very basic in its first iteration.
Mhm.
But there's still a lot to talk about, or a lot to speculate on, I think. So let me just mute the tab now. I don't know about you guys, but on my end, it's super loud. So basically, this is what it looks like. This is what a plot of land. Now that I come to think of it, I probably should have waited before setting things up so we could have gone through.
We can show the free land instead, so that they
Yeah.
can have an idea of like what to expect if you go in to the website right
So
now.
would I do activate land? I guess. So I'm assuming. So you have this free plot. I'm assuming that you can't earn or anything on it, but you can still have this view. You can take the screenshots. You can see your axes walk around.
Yeah.
Maybe AXP, but I doubt it. Probably AXP. We'll see. So basically, how it works. You have. Let me just show. I think there's. Yeah. So you have different reward pools or staking pools, if you want to say. It's basically like combining lands and collectibles or axes, but the regular axes have very little weight, combined together in a dynamic staking pool.
Right.
Why dynamic? Because the reward pools are fixed per land type. So you have 5,464 BAXS shared
Every
between
month.
all Savannah landowners that play the game.
Right.
Or that's yeah. Let's just say play the game. I know how I just said. Let's not say play. So these are fixed. These are fixed rewards for each land type.
Okay.
So the 10,000 AXS between I think there's 8 Luna's landing plots, etc. But it's not weighted towards. That's all your land is for. Your land allows you to get into this pool.
Right.
What determines how much AXS you get is the axes that you put on it. So, 1 second. I had let's see. I need to put 1 second. I had this. Yes. So you have each collectible can generate a certain amount of flame.
Mm-hmm.
Your flame is going to be what determines your share of the rewards on the land.
Okay.
So if you have one plot of land with 30 mystics on it, 30,000 flame, it does a land baron who owns 100 lands and only summer axes. If he has 1,500 summer axes, am I doing the math right? It's 50 times 30. Yes. Basically, it doesn't matter how many lands he has. What matters is how many flames he has in the Savannah category.
Right.
Okay. So it's quality over quantity. If you have so off the bat, you can say you can speculate that collectibles or high quality collectibles are going to be the bottleneck. because you assume that more people have 1 or 2 or 3 plots of land than they do 30, 60, 90 collectibles if you need 30 per plot, correct?
Right.
Okay, so that's the first thing to note. So you have 30 axes, you put them on your plot. That's we can go through the mechanics if you want, but
Do I need to put, like, let's just say I have 2 lands, right? Do I
Yeah.
need to put 30 collectibles on each, or
Well, it's an interesting question, because how this all works is there's a resource that your land depletes in 24 hours of max of usage,
okay,
and there's a 5-day cycle. So every 5 days, your land can be reused. So I'm sure you guys, if you have not, there's the shop where you can buy this resource called Lunium.
okay.
This is to recharge your land. So
Hmm.
there's a cost. I don't know if it's in that graph I was showing. Is there? I'm not sure.
Lunium
but basically,
consumption per tick. There's like,
yes. So
30.
a tick is an hour. So you multiply this by 24
okay,
to see how much you would need in a week, in a month, to permanently work a land. Let's say if you don't buy Luniums, you can only work your land 20% of the time, 1 day out of 5. Day 1, day 6, day 11. And so it's up to you to calculate if it's worth buying this resource to because your risk here is no risk. If you have a land and 30 collectibles, you just pop them in, you make 20% of your potential reward, and that's risk-free. Or you could make 5 times more, maybe by spending half of that potential reward or more. You have to speculate, because if, let's say, nobody plays any of these other plots and everybody plays Savannah, which won't happen, but let's say all the whales play Savannah, it's not worth paying for it. But if all the whales play Forest and higher, maybe there's going to be certain times that Savannah is going to be worth, Forest is going to be worth, Arctic is going to be worth. And this, what I'm explaining to you now, is what this is the what excites me about Terrarium. Obviously not the gameplay. There's no gameplay. It's this dynamic, fluid demand supply system where sometimes it's going to be worth to sell. There's going to be constant arbitrage opportunities. Buy a Savannah, and then there's no rewards on the Savannah. Everybody dumps the Savannah. You buy that Savannah, you wait for it to be worth. And, like, if you're nimble, there's a lot of opportunities here. And I think on the collectible market, it's even more exciting than on the land market. So this is a platform called Axibu.com, a community-built platform.
Okay.
Just a shout out to Axibu. This is a great website to see sales activities. So here, you can pick a time window of the sales. The UI is very clean. Time window.
You can customize it. Okay, that's nice.
Absolutely, you can customize you can use practically the marketplace features, and then just only get those sales.
Right.
Over any time frame you want.
You can have like an idea of like what is hot, what is
hot, how hot is it, how it's picking up. So I've picked Nightmare collectibles. They're summers are the cheapest. Nightmare collectibles, you can see 1,900 sales in the last 30 days.
Right.
That's about 60 sales a day, right? If we cut it down to a week, apply filter, 800. So half of the sales this month have been in the last week. So you can see how things are heating up.
Yeah.
And then if you put today alone, in the last 24 hours, 300 summer sales.
Wow. So, okay. That's like the bulk of the last week.
20% of this month's sale were in the last 24 hours.
That's crazy.
You can see it. You can also see it. I'm sure you guys have all seen, and if you haven't, I'll show you yesterday someone swept 10 Origin axes off the floor.
Oh my God.
In one transaction. Now,
is it like ideal to do that though? Like 1,000.
This is what people are trying to speculate on. It might be, it might not be, and it might be now, but it might not be in 5 days.
Wow. Okay. There's a lot of potential activity.
Exactly, moving parts.
That's
and
crazy.
If you're smart, basically, if you're that in the 5 or the 10% of people that try to be a move ahead of the meta. Here I call the marketplace meta. Then there's money to be made. and like that's the game I prefer, the marketplace game. And so it's interesting,
I mean that's been your game ever since you started,
Absolutely.
right? Like you are the breeder back in the day. You bred a
Yeah.
lot of Axes.
like just seeing opportunities. I love seeing where opportunities are in the market. And so Nightmare Axes, let's just look at this. Even floor Axes were 60 cents 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago, and they're a
Oh
dollar.
my god, they're $1 now. Hang on, that shouldn't be right.
90
right?
cents, because there's this glitched, 94 cents, but that's still 50%. I think Ethereum climbed a bit too, but that's still even floor Axes, which you'd assume don't contribute much, because let's see here. Common Axes is 5. So
Yeah.
you need 200 common Axes to generate as much as one Mystic Axie,
Mhm.
but it still generates something.
and you can only have 30 Axes in one plot, right? So
Exactly.
you only
So-
are capped at 150 if you
Yeah.
have like the common Axes.
Exactly. If what do you mean 150? Oh, if you have the common,
Yeah,
yeah,
if
you're
you
capped
have
at
like
150 in flame. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's another reason why this update is quite interesting, because earlier someone in chat asked, do you need a LAN to play? Yes, you do. So to participate this way. So it means that they've consciously decided to like need you to have something skin in the game to participate,
Mhm.
as opposed to, for example, just earning and having nothing. Like the whole scholar system, let's say, they're purposefully moving away a bit from that to put
Right.
a minimum portfolio, or like a minimum ownership before you can participate. But they've also made it on the other end of the spectrum, so that big, massive land whales have to spend to participate. Because
Mhm.
think about, if you look at all the wallets with a lot of lands, they don't have 30 collectibles per land plot they have. They
Yeah.
don't even have 5 times less than that. Because another thing you can do, rather than buy luniums, is have 5 plots, 30 collectibles, and use 1 plot every day, and then the 5 resets.
Cycle them.
Cycle the plots. But even the land
Mm.
whales don't have, if they have 200 lands, it means you divide that by 40, multiplied by 30. They need 1,200 collectibles Axes to cycle.
Jesus.
If they don't want to cycle, they need 6,000 collectibles or Axes. So it's
Okay. My mind
so
is
I'll just
breaking.
finish my point, which is
Okay.
this means that they've favored the guy in the middle, the guy with 1 plot, a few collectibles.
Right.
That's the optimal user, or the user who's privileged by this, who can get away with the most
Right.
optimal setup without.
Yeah, because that's breaking my brain when you said you need to have 1,200 Axes
If you
and
have,
move things around. I'm like, do you have that time to actually, get those? I
Well-
mean, there's no transaction anymore, right? When you have
Well-
the Axes in the game, but that is crazy work right there. But yeah,
well,
that is
that's
gonna
the
be,
setup thing. That we can go on to the actual platform, the features that can all be like anything. I'm purposefully not starting by that, because this is the first iteration.
Mhm.
I'll be harsher in a few weeks, in a couple of months, if a lot of these things aren't addressed, because it needs, like, how much I like to complain about features that aren't up to scratch.
Okay,
Look at,
okay.
like, for me, look at, okay, I'll
one
give you
fact. One fact. Hang on.
Okay, go.
One fact. Last night, Stark was bitching about he is unable to see all of his Axes when he scrolled down, and then later realized, oh, I need to click the right button so that I go to the next page.
So it's bad when you started with I was bitching and I didn't know what it was. It's like, what 5 things that I bitch about which of the 5 is he talking about? So it's little things like this. The speed, I click Axie.
Yeah.
That is too slow to open up. It needs to be snappier.
Mhm.
And it's open. I'm hitting escape now.
Okay.
See how, for me, that feels sluggish for a very basic platform. Like, little things like that. You click on
Mm-hmm.
but as I said, that's going to be feedback that we can go into in the next update and the update after that if it's not addressed. So when your axes are on the plot, I think you can do two things: train them for AXP or get them praying for Luniums.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, what excites me about this is all the marketplace stuff, marketplace activity. Nightmare axes were $20 a week ago, 10 days ago. They're almost 32
Actually,
now.
cheaper. It was around 18.
Yeah, they're
18 or
really.
less. That was like that was
That's like
where the Nightmare was sitting.
70% in 10 days. Like no
Crazy.
NFT is doing that in the space. And this, I'm talking volume. This is why I started with Axibu. That's 300 sales in the last 24 hours. I listed
Crazy.
10 6 hours ago. They all got sold.
Wow.
Like
They got swept.
most dates. Like I haven't listed an Axie in so long because I'll just floor a Nightmare. And apart from the people doing the bounty board,
Right.
it just doesn't. Nobody's buying. Here, people are buying. Now, I'll just say as a disclaimer, like in anything,
Mhm.
be careful buying after a 70% rise. I think that there is opportunity here, but you don't want to. If you're playing for the long term, I'm not going to tell you what to do. But if you're looking for an optimal play, you've missed the current one, but you can pay attention and look for the next ones. There's like little arbitrage opportunities. For example, a week ago, Misty, I think it was about a week ago that Jihos was like, different people were posting about Mystic sweeps, Origin sweeps.
Yeah, was actually
Yeah.
going back into
I
Axie.
tell you, a week ago, Nightmare Axes were $20. They hadn't moved yet.
Yeah.
So there's opportunity. If you had paid attention right there and you had looked into Terrarium and the detail, you would have seen what I just told you there, which
Mhm.
is the middleman, or like not the middleman, but the middle-sized player is buying that Mystic he's been waiting for because it's cheap.
Yeah.
For this was the final, like the thing that made them move. But I immediately said, the whales are not gonna. They can't buy 1,200 Origin Axes, and
Mhm.
if they can buy 100 Nightmares that are undervalued, because what these numbers do is that it sets what do you call it? It sets the price difference. So
Right.
if a Japanese Axie has soared in price and you can get 2/3 of the flames for half the price, that's the optimal purchase, especially if you're a whale with a lot of land.
Yeah,
So
and you can, even if you are just a shrimp, right? And if you have like the capital to put in money on a forest or a savanna, you can easily move things around when you have like nightmares that are just going through it.
I would
Instead of
say
like
I would flip it and say, if you're a shrimp,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be looking for the passive game. If you're active in this ecosystem, if you're watching the show today, it's the put 30 Axes and let them sit. That's not what I would suggest for you. I would suggest checking out Axibu, looking at the sales, tracking the purchases, tracking the floors, and finding little opportunities. Flipping stuff is what I'm saying. Maybe it could be a rarer Axie, a rarer collectible at the floor of that thing, like a 2-part Japanese, because as things get swept up, the rarer things, if somebody's not relisting, will be at the floor. So
Okay,
that's another
I'm glad
flipping
that you mentioned
opportunity.
something about double Japanese double parts, because there were a couple of in the last conversation at the town hall for Axie, right? There were conversations around having those multiple parts in the future to have like
Yes.
additional plays in it. So
Yes,
there were
They-
like conversations around double mystics being bought and all of that stuff. So that
exactly.
is another thing, right?
That's another way you can speculate. If you ask me, that's not what I would speculate on, because it's further down the line. Right now, there's day-to-day flips you can make instead of just buying something and hoping it gains value over the next 6 months. But you're right. It's the same thing as the slips you can earn for the Garuda shop.
Mhm.
When it first came out, it was quite one-dimensional, and now it's like, if a actually has evolved parts, if it has
Right.
Nightmare Summer, it's like it's more intricate. So that's going to be implemented later, but we'll have plenty time to talk about those updates when they come. As I said, this is pretty bare bones for now, but don't fade the here. What you don't want to fade is the opportunity on the marketplace. Even say you're a returning player and you need a bit of liquidity, it's not a bad time to sell some of those collectibles. Like they're hot, they could go higher. So not financial advice, but
Yeah.
when there's this much volume, you always want to be paying attention.
Yeah. The
So-
nightmares are moving, man. That
Everything is moving. Let's just look at some other things. Let's just change this and
Okay, let's go for Christmas because I think that popped up as well.
see. So summers are cheaper. They have less movement.
Right.
Wait, this can't be right. The price. Let's see on the marketplace what their summer.
I think summer is sitting at 15.
Yeah. So that's, as I said, this chart sets the price for these. So twice the flame, twice the floor. And I believe these will be the last to get swept because you see here, it's over the last 24 hours, there's half the amount of sales and the more expensive one. Because it started from the top down. Mystics first, then Origins, then Japanese. Why? Because 30 axis limit, quality over quantity. But as the more quality NFTs get swept, it becomes a bad buy and you buy the next one down. It's the less optimal buy until the summer are the most optimal buy to fill those last slots for this massive land guide to do this. So these will like, I can guarantee you almost, I'd be ready to bet that if we go back next week on the show, we look at these ones will be the ones that have sold the most over the last week.
Yeah, something that actually just popped into my mind is like, as the game developer, right, Sky Mavis, they can actually implement ways to actually, I guess, pump the price of certain particular collectibles, right? If there's like an event about a summer vibe or something like that, or a summer theme, you get double the TS Flame for summer axes, or if it's like
I
November.
didn't even think of that, but that's so true. Yeah, there's different.
Right, that's something that you can actually put in the meta play.
Ton of different levers. And why is that? It's all starts with this. It's because of this reward. The way this reward pool is structured,
right?
Which means this adds. It's that extra layer of complexity that makes all of this more. It's complex basically, and anything that's complex means it's harder to game.
Exactly. There's gonna be a lot of meta plays and a lot of thinking for the viewers right now that are watching.
Also tracking. It's because what it also means is that it rewards more active participants, nimble. Like, yeah, I think for me it's exciting.
And I think this is like the original vision, right? This is the original vision of land back in the day. That
it's closer to it, but at the same time, this is still very basic. This needs to be way better.
No, I'm talking about the aspect of
like
the
core. Yeah, right? Perhaps. I think in my mind, the original vision was also like the social place. So until I can hang out also with my friends, I won't call it close enough to the original vision. But that's why I'm saying it's not there yet. And there's a lot of things. For example, here, look. Do you see where my mouse cursor is?
Yep.
What do you think happens if I click here?
Do it.
It opens the lodge.
It's so big.
It opens this. And that's even if I'm zoomed out fully and it still does that.
Oh,
so
shoot.
There's
a lot of cleaning up to do. Okay, what I don't enjoy though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that I can't pick up my axes.
And you can't click on them. I would like to click on them.
Yeah, up them. Yo,
wake up. That's how I figured out that the window on these things was so big because I had an axis was here and I was like, what? So now let's actually talk about how the loop actually works.
Okay.
When you go into terrariums, let's say you have a plot, you have some collectibles.
Mm-hmm.
You go on here, you have to activate your land, which means like put it into terrariums.
Okay.
You have to assign your axes. So you go to the Atia Shrine, I think. Assign axes. No,
Okay, so-
where do we grab them from my inventory? I forgot. Registry, I think.
Oh,
Yes,
you need
registry.
to register them first into that land.
That's
I
the
think your
land.
land is full though.
That might be why.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
you
you
go
already
here.
have 21 on the gym or the dojo, and then
Yeah.
9 is
So
praying.
here's the thing: you go to which one did I click on? Yeah, registry. It is that.
Mhm.
No, wait, it was Axes. Sorry, I'm a bit confused.
There you go. Go
Here,
back to it.
it's this is the screen. So add Axes. This is your inventory. You pick them. When you do this thing, you have to sign a transaction in your wallet. It moves them into Terrarium.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, you can still delegate them. You can still play with them in Axie Origins and delegate them even to another wallet, but you can't list or transfer them. They're locked in game, but delegatable. And then that's where you can assign 30 to your land or your other lands. And how the plot works is every tick, every hour,
Mm-hmm.
it burns lunium, yeah. And so here, what is it? Consumption per tick, 30 on a Savannah. So you get 30 times 24, 720 is and that's what you see here, local lunium limitation is 720. It's a day of lunium burning. And then it refreshes every 5 days. So you have the choice of either 5 Savannahs and 30 collectibles or other axes, let's say, or any combination of, it's up to you to do these calculations. And there's no perfect answer because it's constantly moving at any point in time. Because these rewards,
you don't know who are playing or which
every
lands
hour,
are being played.
every hour these rewards are changing. So it's very dynamic. It's hard to, so you can, right now it starts in 18 hours. There's 2 strategies: either wait and see, don't spend anything, or go hard, because if you think everyone's going to play it safe, go hard and take a lion's share of the rewards until people realize that no one else is paying.
Go all in on the
Go all the start. And I think if you don't have any land, I think they're a bit pricey now to get in because of the hype. The land has gone up a bit too. So it's tough because you feel FOMO. But this is the advice I'd give to someone who already has assets. And let's say you have some and you're going to do something. I'm almost leaning towards going hard at the start because everyone in the ecosystem is a little burnt, like everyone is cautious. This feels like, and again, not financial advice, but it feels like at least for the first few hours, the first few days, you can get a bit of a head start. But who knows? If everyone is thinking like me, then it's not worth going. It's so that's why it's up to everybody and their risk appetite.
Yeah, here's the thing though, Stark. I'm not sure if you've witnessed the chaos in the Axie Discord when this game was launched yesterday, but it was people. I can feel the FOMO in the people, even though there is no earning yet.
You can feel the FOMO. Like I didn't check the Discord, but you can feel the FOMO in the sales. We feel it differently. How I measure the pulse of the ecosystem is the marketplace, and I have never seen. I don't remember the last time I've seen volume like this.
Yeah, it's crazy.
When's the last time I have a friend who listed a Christmas Axie? It sold as he listed it. This is. I'm not saying it's gonna last, but all I'm saying is that it just feels good to feel that for the first time in a fucking long time.
It's been long.
It's been years where you don't even list your Christmas Axie because you're gonna.
Remember that time? Remember that time when you can? I mean, there's like new listing for a cheap cost Axie. This is 2021. Okay, this was when normal Axies were like $300, $200. When they dropped like maybe $2 lower than the floor, a bot would snipe it.
Yeah,
it was that crazy back then, right?
I'll tell you a feeling. I had a feeling last night. I listed 10 nightmares, 3 sold within a minute, and I had that feeling that I hadn't had in a long time, which is, fuck, did I misprice it? Like did I just get scammed by what did I? Because that happened to me a lot in the past when I was like mass listing Axies for my breeding, and then I didn't pay attention, and then one was actually meta. when sometimes it has a scuff part, but it can be played. And you realize, fuck, that guy just got me. And then it's relisted $10 higher later. But that's
You got
how
an
it
easy
felt.
flip on you.
I don't know how long that's going to last. I think, especially in these market conditions, hype can die down very quickly, especially if basically the stronger the hype is, the faster it dies down also. So to the audience, I would just say to be wary, like just be careful of no, just do what you feel is right. Do what your risk appetite tells you, what your gut tells you. And yeah,
Okay, let's make this.
I told a friend to sell his lands yesterday because he was not playing, and I told him the hype was maximal, and the land is up 20% since he sold. So what the fuck do
Oh
I know?
shit!
The land is up. Savannah is up.
That
20.
is why you don't give financial advice.
Yeah, I think I've said not financial advice 7 times this stream. So.
Oh my god! Hang on. Savannah right now, because I sniped mine.
It's $113.
A few weeks ago. Right?
$113. Yeah,
I got
have
it
the price?
for somewhat 85, and right now
Yeah.
it's 112. Amazing. Okay,
112. It was 120, 125 last night.
that's crazy. That's crazy. You could have picked up a Savannah right around $85, $90 a few weeks ago, guys. But you know, it's still not too late. You can still grab one if you are intending to play.
Look
but
at
there
this.
is actually the free to play version if you just want to get the feel, get the music, get the vibe, put your axes, 10 of them.
Also, to give feedback, that's something you
Yeah.
can do with the free land. Just give feedback about all these different things. This, for me, honestly, the reason why I haven't gone into it too much, there's so much that I'm going to wait till a lot of work is done. What I want though is I want reactivity from the team. I don't want a month until some of this shit is fixed. I want stuff better in a week, and 2 weeks after that. We want dynamism, especially with everyone that you can build with AI. You can do stuff like that.
Especially how, I mean, okay, something to be fair to the team, right? Like Atia's Legacy, as an example, they've been really quick with it in terms of like updating, fixing, and all that stuff. Maybe that's something that they can also do here. Hopefully, that is.
I think they are. Also, I'm not criticizing or anything. I'm just saying I'm purposefully waiting to give more feedback. Like as I said, like my tune will change in a month if there's not been an update. If in a month or even in a week or two, if I click here and it's still the same thing, then you'll start hearing me. But give them some time, okay? But also,
exactly. The only thing that I want is I'm able to pick up my axes, throw them around and stuff like that. I mean, not cause them harm, but just to have some form of interaction while I'm doing work on the side and all that.
Another thing that's worth mentioning, these Luniums
Mm-hmm.
there's a sale on for the 7 days. You see here, ending in 5, ending in 6, up to 50% off. That means if you do that, you're lowering your risk. Whatever you attempt to do here with the gaming of the pools and the stuff like that I was telling you, this lowers your risk because it lowers the cost of the Luniums that you're doing. So if you bought a week of Luniums, you just do your calculations.
Yeah.
A week, a month, and you could get a discount, which will increase your ROI, lower your risk, and increase your chance of breaking even.
Exactly.
Which is smart because it's forcing. It's again, this is benefiting people who are paying attention. In a week, I'm telling you, most people in a week are going to be the ones when there's going to be such screenshots of the rewards. Shit, I put, I don't know, $200 between the plot and the collectibles. I put $500. I made $50 in a week. What's that over a year? It's crazy. And then that's when people are going to pay attention. And then the people who have gotten in earlier, will have a slight advantage. But again, I'm not advocating what you should or shouldn't do. All I'm saying, and the reason why my voice, you hear me sound excited about something actually for
you are
in a long time, is it's the whole market. It's because of the market-based activity. That's it. It's not the quality of this. It's not. It's clearly a lot of thought was put into how the pools work, the flames work.
Yeah.
It's very hard to game this because every hour the math changes and on what's the most optimal thing to do.
Yeah, on a top view, there's like no game. But if you look under, there is a lot of thinking that you need to do, a lot of gaming that you need to do in terms of the marketplace.
Yeah.
Now, Start, give us like a, three things that people should be doing right now with Terrarium, and
So if you have a plot, if you
Mhm.
have a plot and it's just sitting dormant on your account, go onto Terrariums before, like in the next 18 hours,
Mhm.
set your land up, put your rarest axes on there. If you have, even if they're summers, they're nightmares, even floor axes,
Mhm.
and then just let that sit. You'll earn something. It'll be fractions of AXS or whatever.
Yeah.
But it'll be something because there's that 20%, like 1 day out of 5 being worked. That's
Yeah.
one thing you should do. Another thing you should do is, let's say you have 3, 4, 5 lands, not that many collectibles. Lands are
Mhm.
hot right now. Maybe something you could do is sell 1 or 2 plots, buy some summers, because this is clearly a direction that they're going into. You need both to be
Yeah.
a valued member of the ecosystem.
Yeah, balance out
seen,
your
To be
inventory.
seen, you need, like, they're putting more importance on collectible owners than ever before. And if you think about it, that's privileging, putting ahead newer members, because it's all the OGs have all the land.
Right.
And here they're telling the OGs to get your fair share, you have to buy collectibles that you haven't been buying in this amount,
Yeah.
in this the amount they've mathed out. Whereas think about how many people who've joined in the last 3 or 4 years have a collectible, a summer, a nightmare. It's the newer crowd that has these collectibles, and the older crowd has the land. And here they're putting more importance. They're making collectibles more relevant compared to lands, while still making lands relevant. And you kind of need it's like trying to unite the two.
Exactly. All right. So that's it. Set up your land plots if you have any. Yeah,
and
go ahead.
Sorry. The third thing is just watch the marketplace. Go on Axibu if you want to clear. There's a free version. There's a premium version. I think it's like $5 a month. This is how you see. If you want to be flipping stuff, you watch the marketplace. But what's important is you need to see what things are actually selling for, what volume of sales. Because if nothing's selling, you can't flip. So this is very interesting to look.
And another thing interesting about this site, Stark, is that Danny Boo has been building this since 2 or 3 months ago, and no one has been paying attention to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been trying to shill it because collectibles and all of that stuff, but no one is paying attention. But right now, you need to pay attention to this site because
drop him a follow. DannyBoo.ron, DannyBoo NFT on X. Check out the website axiboo.com, and there's market analyzer, different things like that. If you're just a free user, there's more than enough for you to use for free. If you want to like flip and game the market, $5 is nothing.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Now, okay, let's put a hard stop on that one. You know what to do, guys. Go to the website Terrarium, set up your land plots if you have one, and make sure that you set up and you check your lineup, your collectibles and all of that stuff against the tier table that we've shown. We're gonna put a link as well in the chat for that. And the first earning tick is gonna be tomorrow. It's gonna be 7 UTC tomorrow morning, and that is the window that you can set up if you have not done so just yet. And let's go ahead and talk about the recent update for Waypoint, because this is probably one of the most urgent things on the show tonight, and I mean that specifically because there is an update regarding Waypoint, and we're rebranding or rebuilding the Waypoint into Ronin Stash, and this is powered by Privy. I guess the idea is faster onboarding, cleaner UX, but this is just not a cosmetic change. It's gonna require every single Waypoint user, if you've been utilizing Waypoint, to actively migrate your assets. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And the deadline is gonna be September 16, 2026. And if you do not transfer your assets before that date, okay, before September 16, your assets inside that wallet is going to be gone, like gone, deleted onto the ether, and there is no way to get them back. Okay, that is the I guess the warning, and that is not my language. That is the announcement, the official announcement on the from Ronin about that one. So yeah, how do you feel about that one, Mr. Stark?
Well, I'm sharing my screen right now. If we can just pop that on, just to get
Okay.
that's my initial thoughts.
Where-
So, those of you who've seen my tweets over the years know that from day one of Ronin Waypoints, I was complaining about it. I think there's even a tweet where I said, you know, the Mourinho meme where he's like, if I speak, I'm going to be in trouble. You know, the coach, Mourinho, he's a football coach. And he's like, if I talk, I'll be in trouble. I cannot say what I think. And so I had a tweet 3 years ago where I was like, I'm not going to say what I think about Ronin Waypoint right now because otherwise I'm going to get in trouble. But if I did, I would not want to wish it on my worst enemy because it'll make their day horrible or something like that. So it was a great idea, very poor execution. I'm glad to see it go. We can go back to the slide now. One sec. I think here my main thoughts are. So I think it's good that we're moving. Like this was not the right way to do it. It's very clunky. Like it wasn't the right way to be executed. So it's good that we're moving to something else, or that it was so bad it needed to be rebuilt from the ground up. Is what I'm trying to say. So it's good that this is what needs to happen. On the other hand,
go ahead.
Sorry. On the other hand, I don't quite know how I feel about this execution. I don't like the language. I don't like the immediacy of it. I think about, again, kind of poorly executed this transition. I think how it's communicated, I mean, because if you're here now, you just go to waypoint.roninchain.com. It's in a few clicks, everything is transferred. It's no problem. It's not that's the problem. It's the wording, it's everything. And I think about if somebody is not here right now, they set up a Waypoint wallet a few months ago, and when they come back in October, if they do, they can't find their wallet. We tell them their stuff's gone, and then they say, "Well, I thought the blockchain meant I own my assets. I thought nobody could take them from me." So I think I'm not a fan of this at all. I know there's very few things of value on most Waypoint wallets, I assume, but you never know. And again, it's like, it feels like we're being forced. We were forced to use it at points, and now we're being forced to leave it after we were forced to use it in a short time frame, I feel.
But to be fair, there was actually an FAQ that was put out by the Ronin, I think the main social, and it was mentioned there that there will be further communication that will be sent out directly, because the keyless wallet is set as your email address, so they're pretty sure that it can be. I mean, the user would be reached through an email, so they will be sending out email communication to the users. At the same time, there will be more.
I didn't get an email, so I asked them, and I still haven't gotten an email. I think we should have already gotten an email at the same time as this announcement. This is what I mean by poorly executed. It's like, why don't I have an email right now? I just searched for Waypoint in my wallet, and the last one I got was in January. And then once 2 days ago when I logged in to migrate. The cutoff should be longer. Ideally, I think that it should be almost like a fake. This is what I think should happen. I think it should be a fake cutoff where they say it's a cutoff. So to make sure the bulk of people do it, but then they just fake turn it off. They turn off the website, but that means that anyone coming back could go through support and case by case get it back. That's the thing. If I think if they did it that way, it would be better. And maybe that's what they're doing. I don't know. Yes, this is the tweet. You can see even in my insult, I'm holding back. It's like, your enemy will have a bad day. So I said, my sanity has gone out the window because of Ronin Waypoint today. I don't think I can put into constructive words how I feel about how poorly it has been implemented for a user like me. So I will not comment any further. But if you want to get creative with your insults, you can wish your worst enemy to have to deal with Ronin Waypoint keyless wallet, and he'll be sure to have a horrible day. I have in that time period, I have about 20 tweets like that. It's kind of mental.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, on my end as well, when I did the migration, it was easy, but there wasn't really anything that I needed to migrate anyway. So it was like
I was looking back at these tweets that I made, and you remember the GM to everybody, blah 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 blah, that trend on Twitter.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet where it was like GM to everybody except the people who worked on the Ronin Waypoint wallet.
There it is.
Fucking hell. Yeah, that's the peak of my toxicity, man. I was so mad.
You just don't like it, huh? You don't like it that much. Crazy.
The implementation, which is when it got released, they changed until I complained and they flipped. I'm the one who made it flip back. But you see, when you log into app.exe, there's an orange option, which is wallet, and the one below is Waypoint. When they launched Waypoint, they flipped it around and they made the place that you're used to clicking. It was little things like that made me mad. It's like,
I'm so used to this, and you turn it something else.
No, well, I have a tendency. It's all in, that's not. It's all in good jest in a way. Yeah. But it does have a point, which is like that made us all feel the way that was implemented was it was only for new users that are not here yet, and you're kind of not taking into account existing users and how they feel about the situation. But again, this is why this announcement is positive. For me, this was the only way to move forward from Ronin Waypoint was to start over new. There was no improving it. So this is positive. I just think that we need to have more discussions about this. I hate your assets will be lost forever. That's like the opposite of the phrase we usually use to get people on board. Your assets belong to you. This is what we tell them will happen with their Steam accounts. They don't own their games. They will be lost forever. And now we're using that catchphrase against us. Like, what the fuck? I don't get it. The wording, the communication needs to change. And that's what I don't like about it.
And at the same time, the email needs to be sent out as well as soon as possible.
And I would say even an email, like track the accounts that haven't migrated yet, spam those more. Because if you come back in October and you check your email and you have 10 emails that told you to migrate,
it's your fault now.
You can't be as mad. Exactly.
Exactly. All right. Okay. So we're going to be dropping the link. I'm not sure. Okay, let me drop the link here. For those that have not migrated their Ronin Waypoint, I'm dropping the link in the chat so that you guys can go ahead and
it's a very smooth process. And if you know anybody that had it, send it to them too. But they should get an email, hopefully.
To your friends, to any of the folks that you onboarded recently that may be using. I think the timeline is somewhere in 2025. So if you onboarded someone around that time until today, they might be using Ronin Waypoint because that is indeed a lot easier, right? You just have to use your email address. But of course, there's a lot of kinks and things that I needed to be updated on that one. And that is why we're moving into this one, the Ronin Stash that was powered by Privy, which is, I guess, the idea is Privy is being used by a lot of other chains as well, right? So it's going to be more universal in a way. But yeah, so have them migrated and make sure that they do it tonight or as soon as possible or before the deadline, September 16th. All right. Let's go with the hard news, Mr. Stark.
The last, how do we even check? Sorry, Soul always on as a question. How do we even check our new wallet? What do you mean new wallet?
You will be asked to log in to your stash account after the process. So you will be able to check your Ronin Stash after once it got you migrated your stuff.
Yeah. That was the answer.
Okay.
Yeah, so the last topic we had was just to cover F in the chat.
F. Type F in the chat. because it's gonna be a lot of fishing frenzy shutting down on the 25th of June, which is a week from now, Mr. Stark.
Yes.
And they've
I want to share the tweet announcement that they made. I think I'm sharing it on my screen. Let us see. Let's flip to my screen. Exactly. I'll zoom in. I'm highlighting it because I think this should be the baseline of how, if you do have to shut down, how you should. For me, this highlights how most previous shutdowns were just a spit in the face. Very little consideration for the users. This, I think, is fantastic. We don't have it's just words, but you can have your own thoughts after reading it. Because they say, today we are set to announce that Uncharted and Fishing Frenzy will shut down and cease operations. Despite our best efforts, we're ultimately unable to prove our thesis on crypto gaming and could not find product market business fit. We spent a lot of time in the past year testing multiple directions and audiences, but the results did not give us enough conviction in a viable path forward. We deeply are thankful for the community, investors, blah, 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 blah. And here's what's happening next. Servers shut down. USDC package no longer available for purchase. Fish token only spendable. This is the first thing. Karma scores are now open sourced and for use by other teams and partners, which means you can other teams can use the how they scored all their community members. So that means that other teams can grab the high value community members if they were so inclined to. All USDC from the LP pool will be redistributed to the community and stakers. So basically, in their liquidation, they're just airdropping it to their users, as opposed to most other things that are shut down when they're broke and you don't get anything.
They just close out.
All USDC will be refunded from Chapter 3. All proof of distribution rewards they just got distributed to the community. Once again, we are grateful to everyone who supported us and will be available for any answer in our Discord. So, see, that's what I think the baseline should be. In my eyes, the tone alone you don't see in other posts, which is almost sad to see because nothing special was said here. This is just it's a genuine. I feel like it's a genuine shutdown, genuine apology, and it just highlights how all the previous ones were much less so.
Yeah, because I mean, comparing it to the other ones that we've seen, right? It was more on blaming the community, blaming something else, blaming AI, blaming other stuff aside from themselves.
Zero accountability here. They take it.
Yeah, they just took it to the chin, and then they did what's right, what's honorable, and gave back whatever was spent and all of that, and whatever they can get back to the community, and including even the karma score. That is that's one of their tech, right? That's the reputation score.
Yeah. It just shows how little effort the other teams made into their shutdown. That's all. Yeah. So F in the chat for Fishing Frenzy.
Okay. Here's the thing about this one, Mr. Stark. I mean,
yes,
I get it, right? They didn't see market fit or product market fit for the game in the Web3 space, but they were funded, right? They had like 1.7 million funded angel investors back in 2025. That was, I think they published that somewhere on Twitter. They had been supported by Ronin for a good amount of time, right? When they launched here, when they migrated, I think they worked from base at one point. They migrated here, and then they had the full support of Ronin community and all of that. Right now, or the season 1 of Pod, the proof of distribution, they were ranked number 6. So they were doing a good amount of on-chain activity that was generating revenue. There was generating, and their NFT, the founder Spas, was generating a good amount of volume as well, and a good amount of transaction fees. Right, everything looks good. Everyone was happy. Everyone
depends what you call good. Clearly, good is not good enough.
Exactly, right? Like, how do you make it out of this space if all those things were already lining up, but it still does not
it's tough. It's tough.
It's tough.
I think now with AI, it's gonna change things completely because there's a lot of these. So 1.7 million. I think Luke made a comment about it about
Mhm.
how much startups fail, but also like the costs of all the salaries for a year for the team.
Yeah, for sure.
Now the costs are lower if you use AI. You don't need. I think, for
A lot of
example,
devs.
if you were a game builder, you could
Mhm.
probably rebuild Fishing Frenzy alone using AI very quickly. That's how much the industry has flipped, has changed. You don't need those to pay a back. What's to say? You don't need a back end engineer for 15K a month.
That's expensive.
Yeah, I exactly. So it's tough. The industry's tough, in a tough place. And that's it. I think.
So there's a couple of comments in the chat here. They didn't want to push or keep pushing with low DAU. They only had around 70 towards the end. Okay. They even had an event going towards the end, right? And I think that was the part of the refund that they've been sending out, or they've sent out already. I've seen posts about the community members that already received it. Personally, I think Soul always says, personally, I think they pushed risk to earn too much. They even said themselves that people didn't want to gamble.
Well,
In
the
the
thing
crypto
is,
space?
I didn't play enough to know exactly where they failed or how they failed. It's hard to tell. It's very easy to judge in retrospect.
True.
So yeah, I don't think there's not much to say, except it just shows you how tough the position the space is in.
Yeah.
Only
It's
the
been
very
hard.
best will survive, and even some of the best won't.
Exactly. All right. Well, definitely F's in the chat for that one because it's one of the good ones, and we've been talking about it a lot, Mr. Stark, in the last couple of weeks or probably months now. 93%. There's only 7% left in the space, and we actually lost two. Actually, on top of Fishing Frenzy, there was another game, Rumble Arcade. Uh, did post that they are going to be pivoting away from the crypto space or the crypto side. And yeah, okay. So Derek Lau also said that on his tweet that I'm sorry we couldn't deliver, and I guess that is rare, right? You mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, we were. I think I even clearly mentioned it in the. You remember that the show we did about that Callaghan report, and then Theban came in midway. I was saying that I remember specifically I was saying that no one's apologizing, and then I remember saying that maybe they're not apologizing because of legal reasons, like whatever. I remember saying that no one apologizes to their community when they shut down. No one. So at least we have that here. It's not going to get you your money back, but yeah.
All right.
But for me personally, this makes me more likely to follow him on his next project, because everybody moves to another project. All these other people who didn't take accountability do as well. Me personally, an announcement like that makes it more likely for me to show him a bit of support.
Exactly. All right. Enough of that F's in the chat, because that is heartbreaking, because that is close to heart. That is one of the good games that we have on Ronin. And before we close out the night, Mr. Sark, I just want to, I guess, address something, because I see it in the community, and I think, it deserves some form of response. And there is genuine concern right now about the state of Web3, the state of the ecosystem. Projects are closing, token price are moving not in the direction that we want to, and things feel uncertain. And I'm not sure I mean, we're not probably going to tell you that how you feel right now is wrong, and some of it is probably true. So, but there is something else that is true. So Terrarium just launched. It's the gamified staking on top of the land NFTs.
Yeah.
It has real economic output for the first time, for especially for the OG whales that we
I
have.
would say it's pleasantly surprising. I only dove into this 2 days before the launch, because
Yeah.
I was, like a lot of us, I think I was in a state of not caring. I wasn't really reading the Geo's posts about it, the videos, whatever. And it's when I discovered all these loops that I kind of like woke me up. And then I figured, if I'm only noticing it now, how many people are missing this? So it's an exciting point. That's it's something to pay attention to. I would say, don't do anything reckless with your money, but pay attention to it. It's if there's been a time in the last 2 years to pay attention to the market, if you're someone who likes the market activity, stuff like that, I think now's a good time to be paying attention.
Yeah, and the first earning tick is gonna be tomorrow. Okay, you got around 18-17 hours before the first tick, so make sure that you position yourself well there as well if you want to participate. Of course, no financial advice. And Geo's also publicly tracking the floor prices of collectibles. He's been tweeting about it. And one last important thing is, I guess, Sky Mavis is not a team that has checked out. So
yeah,
we are still part of the 7% that are still in the game.
Well, I want, like, to the fishing frenzy point and linking it to Axie. This is one of the things that makes basically Axie one of the reasons why it might be the breakout hit in the future is simply if just out of survivability, if they're pumping out stuff and have a community and are smart with their costs. I think it's part of this game is also who's going to be alive in 5 years, managing your finances, managing anything like that. So we shall see. I think that Terrariums has the marketplace related, as you saw at the start of the show, is what excites me.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure
it's the start of a continuation of great things.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure if there are whales or there are OG Axie Maxis that are watching the show right now and have seen what you were doing, how excited you were in looking at the marketplace, I think that is gonna wake some of them up, and maybe we get to see them participate again in the ecosystem. And so 3 things to take away for tonight. Terrarium is live. First tick is going to be tomorrow. Go to terrariums.axie.infinity.com. Set up your account and all of that good stuff. And Ronin Waypoint is being stashed away, and we're going to be using Ronin Stash. So migrate your assets before September 16, and make sure that if you have friends that you boarded and stuff like that, make sure to tell them as well, so that they can be sure that their assets are not gone forever. And of course,
we'll keep reminding people also over the next few shows till September.
Exactly.
Well. Yeah.
And then
what you're gonna say?
And then the last one is Fishing Frenzy is closing on the 25th. 63K has already been airdropped to the Karma holders as a form of refund. And if you have not seen that come into your wallet, and you know that you have like Karma and you played Fishing Frenzy, you can go into their Discord and get some assistance if needed. So yeah, that is the show for tonight, Mr. Stark. I really enjoyed our conversation around Terrarium. We don't have a guest, but we have Mr. Stark here, the expert on Terrarium. It's gonna be Professor Stark for Terrarium.
Well, actually, shout out to Jay Naka from the Mods Discord, because
Wait, you've been cheating this whole time? You have a researcher?
Yeah, I have a quant, man. It's my terrarium quant. I just had I had a Geinaka, a member of the Mods Guild who
Jay Naka.
Jay Naka.
Yeah.
It's basically all I know, all I exposed here, all I told you here is from a 2-hour conversation with that person. So shout out.
Shout out to the
it's not about what you know, it's about who you know.
There you go.
And you guys know us, and hopefully you'll be back next week.
All right. Thank you again so much for joining us. I hope you guys picked something up. And if you didn't, you aren't paying attention, and you need to pay attention more. All right. So see you guys next Thursday. And we're out.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Not a chance that I can't hear any of you fuckers right now, and you actually are.
Oh, shut up!